Yo, what's up? What's up? Yep, we're live. Let's get into it. Absolutely. Now, hit the like button coming through the door, please. We appreciate that. Now, Corey Holcomb got himself a lot of attention, whether it was warranted or unwarranted, what have you. It shocked people. People were blown away because they've never heard Corey talk like this before. Corey has spoke like this before, and about his baby mama. Even worse. But for the daughter? Oh man. See, what people envision is this little teenage girl who's out there, needs her father's guidance. What they're not seeing is that this is somebody who's been very disrespectful to me. And God says, honor thy mother and father. Now, once you start to disrespect, then you've gotten out of line. Now it's finna go in another direction. And that's when the problems start to arise. Now, when people say, well, Corey shouldn't have said it like that, that's his daughter. That's still gonna be his daughter after the fact. Don't mean he don't love his daughter. But nobody loves anybody being disrespectful. When if they start doing that? There's rules to this thing. You're gonna have to mind. That means show respect. Back in the day, they got wore out with a belt. I done seen somebody 20 years old take a whooping. You don't disrespect mama and father. That's an unspoken conundrum right there. So when you start looking at different fixtures and you start looking at different things in your life, respect will always be the first thing that need to be given. And secondly, let's get this known. We don't know the relationship between Corey and his daughter. We don't know about the baby mama. We know his word from it, but we don't know what all the hell they driving him through. And he said that because he didn't choose wisely when going out there to make a family, as this is just some chick that he hit probably after a show. He's even said this numerous of times, that you touring these cities, you get these chicks after the show, and they want to hang out and do things, and they go ahead and, he ends up pleasuring the woman. She gets pregnant, has his baby, and it is what it is. But they barely know each other. They're barely even friends. He probably didn't even know her last name. Now, They got a little kid together. Now they have to play the role. Now there's a lot of other developments to take place here that other people got to fix or get in line. So Corey Holcomb goes in completely, and all the women around the world who love Corey is now surprised and shocked. But if you knew Corey, you'd have known this is how he feels, and like he talks all the time.
Man, my motherfucking daughter would talk the shit to me the other day. I was like,
"Oh, you start back talking to her?
No, that's crazy."
Oh, she just called you out the blue?
Hell yeah, because she needed something.
Dang. You should have gave him my number, man.
You still on that looking for
I believe my daughter runs circles around me, boy.
Oh, shoot.
She's taller than him, for sure.
Yeah.
She ain't taller than me.
Oh, yes.
She is not taller than me.
Oh, the last time she was here, I got a picture of
She
she
probably
and I
has
standing
heels
next to
on
each other.
or
You see how tall she is.
I mean, I brought it up because she tried to run game on me like she was brought up by her mama. But you know what I'm saying? Instead of realizing I got away from her mama because I don't speak to her mama. She be like, "I know you hate my mama." I'm like, "Bitch, I ain't got time to hate nobody. Your mama was drama. Now here it is all these years later. You just like your mama. Both of y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass. I'll go make another daughter. I don't give a
And right there is where it starts to kick off. I'll make another one. Now, they say, so in other words, you condone what Corey is doing. That's your child. I don't care how disrespectful the child is. Clearly, he can't discipline and be a man and keep his child in line. Weak. First of all, Mr. Keep It 100, we're looking at it from an angle that we don't know. We don't know how involved in his child's life he is because his job details that he goes from city to city to city to city. He does shows. He's always on the road. That's like blaming an NBA basketball player saying you was never home. He's gonna miss some birthdays. He's gonna miss some Christmases. He might miss New Year's because he might be doing a New Year's show. All of these things are on the table. So we can't sit here and guess what's going on in the life of Corey Holcomb and his daughter. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I condone it, but I have seen a lot worse from people that love each other. Just so this is just a one day of somebody blowing up because they mad. You don't know. And the mama, like he said, the mama was always drama. She probably always tried to run game on him. And he from the shy. He didn't seen every bit of game there is. You done seen people run script your entire life. To not recognize it would make you foolish. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was raised by her mama, as I told you. Corey has stated before. He got a woman pregnant that he met after a show. He hit it, and she ended up having a baby. He don't know that woman like that. Like they didn't build a relationship. This wasn't somebody they was in a relationship. They going here and there, but he's been in her life. She's been up there to the show, everything. The daughter, so they know the daughter. I mean, I wouldn't have done it in front of the whole world. Like I would have probably told her that to her face. But I'm not finna go this route. See, words can be like a punch, like you can punch down on somebody and really hurt them and say some of the meanest things in the world to them. Just punch down for no reason. Now, what other people got to realize is that in your life, you have to make decisions. Right. He said respect for your parents is first. Exactly. These are the feelings due to the inexperience with them. Exactly. Um, it don't surprise me to hear him say something like that because if you've heard Corey before, he went in even worse on the baby mama in the past. So this ain't nothing far different from Corey. For all the women that want to get outraged now, I'm like, look, I don't think he should have done it on his show and did it on the platform to really embarrass his daughter like that. Because at the end of the day, it's still your daughter. He should have did it to her face. But I don't like disrespect from anybody. A cousin, a little kid, a godson, goddaughter, nephew, uncle, somebody I don't even know. You don't like disrespect because especially when you know you've earned it and it ain't fair. Sharita, that's an outstanding point because it's true. You know what I'm saying? So when people decide, oh yeah, thank you. The super chat button does work, and so does the cash app, which is Carcino. First off, Haywood, you don't know what I have. I could have kids. You don't know. But I wouldn't take no disrespect for them. I raised kids. And I didn't take disrespect. I'm somebody that don't believe in disrespect at any corner. So to take that, mm-mm. Our house was built on respect. My grandfather and grandmother is the same way. They said this is interesting. This is the same woman that told Corey to his face that she would expose him to 20, which is Tasha K, about him being a fat, bad father. Treat others how you want to be treated. I know respect don't have nothing to do with you having kids or not. That is true. Well, that's good, Haywood. You stay with him. Corey has a job that requires he's not with them. Corey been going in on his daughter. Exactly. But when it's just that people hear things at different times. How many times we've said something and then somebody else said, oh, and then it's all reborn again. Somebody hears something on a platform or something else, and then it just grow legs and go. And the reason why they pushing it now is because Corey Holcomb was going in on Dave Chappelle. When he said something about Dave Chappelle, now everything he's saying being magnified. They making it real big, Hollywood, and talking about Backdooria. Why you hanging out with all those people? It wasn't about just Dave he was talking about. He said, I know what's going on in these comedy streets. Earthquake. Why you think you got Earthquake and Paul Mooney? You see? When you start naming names like that and start saying why you hang out with those people, you've attacked those people in their eyes. And it's gone viral that he was talking about Dave. So everybody's picking up on the clip. Now all of a sudden he said something about his daughter. They didn't care about when he said about his baby mama. They didn't care none of the times he didn't went off on them. But now they care. Now they want to try to make an example. Now they want to say, oh, that's not fair. No, that's too far. You see what they do? Everybody want to play the victim game who ain't got nothing to do with it. It be women that don't, long as he ain't abusing his daughter, he ain't got to do anything of the sort. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he said passes down, right?
If you ain't good as a person, no matter who you are, I have a cutoff switch God blessed me with to say, you motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if it's my kid. My motherfucking mama. You know your daughter trying to get in touch with you? I say, oh, mama, you watch that little bitch. Ha!
Yeah, see, it's. I get where you guys are coming from.
Man. Corey got a lot of shot talent in him. That's just all it is. Look, we've seen this countless times before. Corey is somebody that just don't take disrespect well. I've seen a lot worse. Trust me. I've seen a girl say, I'm going out. I don't care what you said, and called her daddy all kind of MFs. You ain't never did nothing for me in my life. Nah. Yeah, you ain't. I can do what I want to do. Pop! Now go on in there and change. Talk to me like that. I didn't see it just like that. She come trying to do something. He grabbed that lace front, pop, 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 pop it right in her mouth. Pop you in your mouth. Every time you talk disrespectful, I don't know who told you to talk like that. She crying, get mad, call her mama. And then the mama going on to us, and then the dad said, look, this is what's happening. And you can come get her and take her back home if you want, but she ain't wearing that out of here. And she's like, well, I agree with your daddy. I don't want you wearing that either. Just, why don't you just change clothes? I don't want to change clothes. F you too. Oh, now you done lost your mind talking to me like that. I done seen it go that way. Then mama and dad, who barely got along, both was in agreement. Now she can't go nowhere. That's what he shouldn't have done. He shouldn't have spoke on it for the whole world to hear. Now everybody's got an opinion. Everybody got something to say. Everybody is up in arms. Right. You know, I wouldn't have said it in front of my daughter, but like we said, for each and every person out there, there's their own level of business to attend to. Right? My thing is, we are not in his household. We shouldn't even care. We're just addressing it because they made it public. We're not dealing, like, this wasn't a conversation that happened with father and daughter off the air and we went prying into it. This is something Corey made public because he brought it up into the public. He made it public, not us. So you can't get mad at people for responding to it when he made it public. So my thing is, I'm not upset with what he did. It's not for me to be upset. That he said how he feel about a situation. He didn't say, I beat my daughter down and put her in the headlock and a choke and gave her a couple of punches to the ribs. He ain't said nothing like that. You know, we all would have some opposed to that. This was nothing of the sort. Excellent. Oh, I saw you called Fair Huxtable. I was asleep when you called early this morning. I was gonna call you back after this video. NBA picks for the night. I haven't even went through them. I haven't went through them yet. I would check them out. Yeah, but that's how Corey felt. How y'all gonna change his mind?
She tried to run game on me like she was brought up by her mama. But you know what I'm saying? Instead of realizing I got away from her mama because I don't speak to her mama. She be like, I know you hate my mama. I'm like, bitch, I ain't got time to hate nobody. Your mama was drama. Now here it is all these years later. You just like your mama. Both of y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass. I'll go make another daughter. I don't give a
Now, to take it to that extreme on air, that ain't cool. In my opinion, I wouldn't have done anything like that. But for Corey, it's Corey. We've seen Corey do this plenty of times before. It could be a joke. He could be saying it for any other reason to get shock value. But now these moral clause people are coming out of nowhere saying, that's not right. That's his daughter. I'll be like, oh my God. He's like, that's not a joke. Like, that's nothing funny about it. I mean, it's shockingly funny if you listen to it. Like, God, dog, like, that's his daughter. But I've heard him go in on the baby mama. And the baby mama's one is even worse. Yeah, that just sounds nuts to say about your own child. So the disrespect level has to be wild for the father to go on air and just air you out like that. But like they said, she's threatened him to go on Tasha K and talk about how much of a bad father he was. Do you think Corey Holcomb cares if his daughter goes on Tasha K to say, oh, he was a bad father? The only thing he guilty of is hitting a groupie, and the groupie end up having a baby. We've seen that in many situations. A groupie will see the situation, he said, if you haven't dealt with a spiteful baby mom, then you wouldn't understand. I understand, but you got to understand that this is the life you chose. You've seen professional athletes get baby moms that's just horrendous. Like, they horrendous people. But this is what you chased, or it came after you when you just grabbed it and hit it because it was there, and you made a baby out of it, and you got to deal with what's there because you didn't even know the person anyway. And what you know from them now is like, oh, this greedy, no good woman just out to get money. And these women know how to go to the court system, bend the court system to get what they need out of it. I've seen guys quit jobs just so the woman wouldn't get anything. They didn't care. They was like, dude, I'll go hustle. I can hustle and get that. Forget that. I ain't giving her nothing. I'm like, dog, you gonna dude would rather go to the life of crime and grind in the streets than have a job that pays him a W-2. It's unbelievable. Just over this child support. I'm serious. It's like that. Destroying their community. No, they're juggling the act. And once they break that juggling act, it never lasts. Because if you don't court a woman or know a certain woman, why should she have any affection towards you? She only has an affection to what you have, your money or your appearance or your preference. Swear to God. One chick came to my house. It's like she wanted to have sex with my kitchen. She didn't care about me. She just wanted my kitchen. She was like, your kitchen is so attractive. I'm like, well, I'm going to see if my kitchen's available for you. You can date it anytime you want. As long as I get mine. So, yeah, me in the kitchen, we'll share. Now, because that's his daughter, that doesn't give him a right to disrespect him. That's right. He does not have to accept it because that's his daughter. Exactly. Well, who said that? You've recovered from yesterday? No, I have not. No, I have not recovered from yesterday. I am still upset, drained of any type of energy. I done lost every bet in the world. I am not happy. Uh-oh, we got another one. Your kitchen is beautiful. If a man was to respect mother and father, absolutely. But see, the problem is this. As the juggling act gets faster and faster, it's easy to grow disrespect when someone isn't around. But just like professional athletes, comedians get their money on the road. So they're on the road traveling. They can't be at home all the time. I got no choice but to root for the 69. Got no choice. If it's between them and that crap that they put in the Super Bowl, I'm done. Yesterday got me very upset. But that's just how it goes. You know, you roll with the punches.
If you ain't good as a person, no matter who you are, I have a cutoff switch God blessed me with to say, you motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if it's my kid. My motherfucking mama, you know your daughter trying to get in touch with you? I say, oh, mama, you watch that little bitch. Ha!
Yeah, see, it's. I get where you guys are coming from
You watch
because
that
I had the
little
same.
You
kind of
watch that
issue.
little, that bitch is brought up in this new generation where there is no honor, there is no respect thy parents, there is no, the way the youngsters are brought up now, they will fuck over the mama and daddy quicker than they'll fuck over somebody in the streets. What the I don't give a if you are so hell-bent in making me a villain and saying I did you wrong, get the fuck away from me. I didn't love your mama. You just popped up on a nigga. I try to show you love. Shit, you come out here, I did all this shit for her. She was still talking shit. So I'm just saying, it's like, I'm not like everybody else. I don't need your acceptance. Somebody said to me, my mama said to me today, Corey, later in life, you might need your daughter. I said, if I need that bitch, I'm done for.
So, I don't think this is, I'm using my child for content. I think he was really upset and venting out. This is like his temple to go and do a release to keep him probably from really going off. I wouldn't have chose this way to do it, but if you plan it, if my daughter, like if his daughter, who's rumored to be talking about they going on Tasha K to try to damage his brand so they can get $1, he gonna help you out because he gonna let loose. Here come the perfect hypocrites. They said a 5150 nation is in the building. Right. If you didn't say, and definitely go subscribe to the 5150 podcast. Definitely subscribe to them because they have great content. It's not just this, but they actually talk about great other subjects that's going on. And they have the guts to talk about the real. And to be uncensored at this time is hard to do. In this day and age, to be as uncensored as they are and still be on top of your game, that's very hard to do. So props and kudos to them for doing that. But like he said, like I just told y'all, he don't know your mama. like I don't know her. He probably didn't know her last name. That's like you a rapper. You're a professional athlete. You meet these fine women or the girl, she come over wearing something looking great. You hit that. He ain't say that I ain't got my no responsibility. He ain't say that. Corey ain't say, well, she ain't my responsibility. No, he ain't say that at all. But you know how the groupie life is. You know how it operates. You know how it works. You know how the lifestyle is. A lot of these women do that to try to get a baby with somebody. And now they got another check coming in. That's how they look at it. Because the woman see you on the internet, TV, and they think you're a super millionaire. I'll be like, babe, I make YouTube videos. I ain't in the NBA. They don't care. It's that fandom. They was like, I seen you on YouTube. I seen you do this. I'll be like, everybody could be on YouTube. They got download the app on your phone, subscribe and make a page and hit record. My thing is, he wasn't there to raise her. She was raised by her mother. So how the mother was normally reflects on the child. The child picks up the traits of the mom. And now, like he said, she's acting just like her mother. You know, greedy, not satisfied with anything. He just heard him say, I brought her out here and tried to help her out. And she still was talking it about me. You know, it's like, I need something else. So if there's no love there, period, and what you're starting to see is there's no love, he said the same thing about his son. Nobody gonna care if it was a son. That's the thing. You see how selective we are? Well, see, he's a boy. He could take it. The power of the wedding ring. Listen.
It really doesn't matter. I just want to be in love. I want to be genuine. I want a happy, healthy marriage. So the ring, I mean, but the cost of the ring, it really doesn't mean anything because it's not like I'm gonna go sell it. But the ring is just a symbol of my commitment to my man. So however much he can really afford, whatever he feels like he wants to give me, I think that's better than. Listen, these hoes have 3 kids but no marriage. So I'd rather the ring and my man than the cost of it. I don't have it.
See that? You got some women out there that still want the values. But what they're trying to tell you with television and everything else is they're trying to devalue you. They try to make it look like all black women are hoes. If you're young and black, you're a hoe. That's just how they define you. By television, film, movie, commercials, everything. And they promote that to you, even us. Thoughts. Well, they thoughts. I'm not saying there ain't thoughts out there, but they trying to make it like every woman is like that. And you have a mentality of talking to them any old kind of way. You start talking to all of them that kind of way. So you go out and start saying selectively, just using that language to talk to everybody. Now, when you do that, what have you created? You've created an atmosphere for discontentment. You created an atmosphere. No, no, no. You created an atmosphere for a lot of things to go in a different direction. That energy level is different. So you don't know how to match someone's energy. You just come in loud, boisterous, and talk disrespectful to women. And you'll be put on a boat like, nah, you can. That's why they say you can never get a real woman with that kind of attitude. That's what it relates to. They say, yo, you can't get a real woman with that attitude because one, we all know all black women ain't bitches. All right. So let's get that addressed now. All of them ain't thoughts. All of them ain't all these different things that's going on around the world. Well, you want to protect and alleviate problems. Well, when you start seeing all the problems like form, you said they're not in the club at 4 a.m. when you trying to find her. You said Corey is my family. Well, you gotta realize some things. When you see people, you have people that don't get it. And as long as you have people that don't get it, you'll have a lot of people that don't understand life. They don't understand that real life happens. Not everybody's gonna be like, oh, it's mother and daddy and two kids come home. Hi, so we love you, mom and dad. It's not like that in every household. It's definitely not the black household. But it's a lot of messed up white families out here where they talk like that in the house to each other, using curse words, cursing each other out. That's allowed for a 9, 10-year-old boy, F you, Papa, sit your MF down. I'd be like, hand me a effing beer. Well, I gotta drink one too. Well, Mom don't want you drinking right now, but I'll sneak you one later. There's a lot of that going on. They don't talk about that. White kids be around the bonfire drinking beers at 12 and 13. And they don't go to jail for that. They have a graduation party keggers. Keg, that means some adult had to pay for the keg. They don't investigate that and say, well, it's on your property, sir. And you got a bunch of young underage adults drinking on the property. You're going to have to go to court. They say, yeah, we know it's done, but we're going to have to confiscate the keg. And he's like, all right, well, can you take the keg back to when it's done? And now they got free beer for the police officer. It's a whole different environment from one family to another. Nobody wants to be left in a lurch. Okay, what they want is what everybody else wants, respect. You want that respect on your head 24/7. You want to be honored. You want to be put in a box where you know, hey, I want to be respected here. I don't know if Corey's a good man or not. I can't tell you that. I know he's good at what he does, and that's comedy. He's good at that, but I can't tell you if he's a good man. Even though he's from Chicago, I don't know him. So I can't tell you if he's a good man or a good father or a bad father. I can't tell you either or. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what he's not done. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if he bought diapers on the 5th or the 6th. I can't tell you any of that. And I doubt any of you can tell you that. Can tell me the same thing. So the whole thing is you have to keep that in perspective. I don't agree with what he did, but what if the child is getting ready to try to do a deal to go on a network to mock her father and threaten at him to do so, as was stated before? She threatened to go on Tasha K and tell the whole world he's a bad father. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the world. So when you start seeing developments and other elements come into play, then you can sit there and say this went that way or that went another way. Now, if you want to be technical, what about Adele? Adele don't even see her kid. Right? but she's white, so it's all right. Adele don't even raise her own child. Adele gave the responsibility to the father. The child is in the UK while she's over here in the United States living with doggone Rich Paul. She wanted to go chase the soul pole and sent her damn daddy. Now, is somebody gonna talk about that? You want to get technical? Let's get technical. This is when they start knocking viewers off. Adele don't take care of her own kid, but she go on TV. I love my child so much. She left her kid with the daddy over in the UK. Absolutely. They never tell you about that. And why do they never tell you about it? Because they have no creativity. Everything is all built on image. You see, the dad ain't complaining that Adele don't never see her kid. Yeah, Rich Paul got a son with a black woman, and she's out there being a mother to Rich Paul's son. Got him sitting courtside at the game, and she's out there with him while she's drinking a Diet Coke and eating some popcorn. And they got a picture of her like she's trying to explain the game of basketball to him. But she don't take care of her own son. She ain't around, right? But her job keeps her on the road, right? So nobody say nothing about her. You see? When you start showing people the real and what's really going on out here, no, that's Rich Paul's. Yeah, she rolling in the deep. So the husband, her ex-husband, takes care of the son. And she basically abandoned her son, Angelo, with his father, while she go chase Soul Pole. And no one knew how mentally unstable she was. All right, and now they went and bought a house together. Do you know how upset white folks are that she's with Rich Paul? They can't cancel Adele because they love Adele. I don't hate Adele. I think she could sing her ass off. But just because someone's good at their job, right? Same way y'all just did with Corey Holcomb. We just did that with Adele, right? But if you say Adele, they'd be, well, she got to travel for work. She got to do all this, and she didn't disrespect her kid out there in public. But if she did, then what would you say, right? I'm just saying, it's the same scenario. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what kind of arguments that could have happened to where the son stayed in the UK with the father. I'll call you back in 1 second. I got to finish this live. All right. So we don't know what caused all that, right? We don't know what kind of agreement or arrangements, or the father probably said, you can't take him that far away from me. Mm-hmm. But for a child to be that young and to be away from his mother that long is pretty much weird. Yeah, well, It's a different world out there. So you want to make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself involved in. Absolutely. Corey was just being Corey.
A lot of motherfuckers might not say this.
No, and it's
but
hard for others to relate because
you motherfuckers out here with kids, your kids ain't shit. Your kids run over you. And you know they run over you. And you let them run over you, and you justify by saying, these my kids.
Exactly.
Not with me. If I got somebody, I capitalize every letter in somebody. If somebody running over me, I'm going to tell them I'm about to take a shit. Get over here fast. Because I want to shit on you. Who you are. You don't get to fuck me over. I don't give a fuck. This is my time on this planet. I ain't finna be worried about your funky ass, whoever the fuck you are. If you ain't no righteous motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if it's your child or whoever it is.
The same way, yep.
Get the fuck away from me, especially when you're grown. You can have a little patience with a child. Sometimes you can beat a child up and get away with it.
Oh my God, stop.
I'm saying, but when
you can beat a child up and get away with it.
the fuck is this? 20, 25, 30?
Yeah, you know.
Talking crazy to you? If you let them hang around you because they're your kids, that shows human weakness in you.
All right, so let's get to some reality.
Oh my God, that is crazy. Oh my goodness. And on that note, we end it. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Buzz Light, and the 5150 Show. Go subscribe to the 5150 Show. Subscribe here too if you like Carcino for Life. Hopefully you liked everything you heard here. You guys could have hit the super chat button so you could donate to the page, or you could hit the Cash App. The Cash App is Carcino, and don't forget to go on the Patreon. Well, we can get, a little wild because we got another explosive video finna hit. You thought the Vince McMahon video was explosive? It's finna get even more explosive. Just stay tuned. I'm out.